They say that it's a big rich town. Yeah, but I just come from the poorest parts. Yeah, they just say that this is where it goes down. Yeah, I gotta tell all the funny jokes about this crazy show that we watch called Power. Yes, that Power Lord. What's up? What's up, everybody, man? It's the one and only Comedian Be Stuck, man. We are back in the place to be. Yeah, you know me. Power people in the place to be. What up, man? We back. I know I took last week off. Damn near missed this week too. But definitely had to get. Let me knock out. This is gonna be a big show. We got to condense 2 episodes into one. It's been a lot of crazy stuff going on in power in the world of power. Y'all, I don't know if you all have noticed, but is New York as cold as power makes it be? I mean, like, it's like always winter in there. It's almost like the Night King came and decided the fate of the weather report in Power World. It seemed like it's always cold. Like everybody got on a 3-piece trench coat. They got on Timbs. Like nobody wears shorts. Nobody wears just like regular stuff. Like it just seemed like it's that Arctic weather that you would find Justice Smollett in and put a noose around his neck. Like it's that cold on the show Power, man. Like that was crazy. So y'all, let's kind of get caught up. I know everybody want to talk about what happened on Sunday. God dog, Proctor dead, y'all. God, Proctor dead. I knew it was coming. I didn't want it to come. I think that's probably the most impactful death that this show has had. I was sad about Angela dying, but for comedic reasons. But I really didn't want to see Turtle die, man. Like this the same Turtle that we enjoyed in Hollywood and Entourage, and then he got the job. He went back to school and got passed the bar exam, and moved to New York and changed his name and got his same brother Herc is there from The Wire, but he was on Entourage too. And I knew when they just randomly brought him back in, I was like, dang, he ain't gonna make it. And hey, it sure enough happened, y'all. Cause I really think it set the scene like last week when he set his baby mama up to die. And she took herself out like a G, foaming at the mouth, got the fresh ivory soap coming out her mouth, and she died. She was a drug addict, you know what I mean? But old boy Turtle, aka Proctor, he took advantage of it in a way. I know, but that's in the bigger picture. Like we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get to it. Let's kind of fully flesh it out. Last week episode, we had a lot of movement. We had, like I just said, old girl died. Proctor baby mama. You knew she was going bad when they showed her without makeup on. God dog, she looked like Toni Collette in that one movie. See, I be knowing my white people. Like she looked just like Toni Collette in that. I don't know the movies they be in though. I remember Toni Collette was in the first Shaft movie, and old girl kind of looked like Shaft. Looked like Toni Collette in the Shaft movie. It was kind of funny. But I know last week we had Ghost. Ghost was in the room beating his meat to thoughts of Angela, and Angela was giving him jerk off instructions as she sat on the bed and stuff. It was weird, just kind of seeing her just pop back in. But you could tell when I saw her on there, I was like, yo, this like a contractual obligation. Like they supposed to give her this one last episode, this one last ride and a flashback. And so she was like Ghost Angie. It was Ghost talking to Ghost. just kind of guide him through the whole episode. It was a lot of weird stuff went on. Let me see. I'm gonna try to fast forward through last week's episode just to get to this week's episode. One of the things that kind of sticks out that like really bothers me about this show is well, I'm gonna get to that because I was about to talk about Saks Fifth Avenue, but I'm gonna bring it up now because it's like, why does he still have a job, man? Like, he's bad at everything. Like, the white privilege is shining through. Everybody primarily is dead because of him. Everybody from Greg to Angie to now Proctor, the witness. Shoot, man, I could argue. Oh, Sandoval. No, I was just playing. I don't think Sandoval had anything to do with it, but I mean, I'm gonna throw it in there. I'm gonna add up his body count. And this is weird, like with a show with primarily black characters in it. Like the two white dudes on the show got the highest body count. Like, think about that for a second. Let me sip a tea on that one. Yeah, let me keep going. Let me get through it. Tasha. Oh yeah, man. You know. So just to get caught up with Tasha's storyline, we had the random dude who looked like Raheem Devon. He keeps showing up. She was about to get this nigga some pussy, and she had just met the nigga. Like, Tasha got like the most community pussy of all communities, and she was just gonna give it up to this nigga, and he had on a Burberry shirt. Like, he clearly was coming from a baby shower or like some kind of after church greeting, like a repast, like a hood repast. You know what I mean? Like, he probably just got through playing Madden at Man House. And you could just tell, like, he ain't really doing nothing with his life. And she was about to give him some, and she had alcohol and everything at the daycare. I was like, take this bitch license now. Like, bruh, like, somebody come in and raid this bitch because she is not doing a good job. What else happened last week as I get caught up? What else, man? I took these notes. It's like, it's funny, like, how I write these down. But yeah, man, Ghost put. I'm following like the post I made on like social media. I said Ghost put new meaning in pillow talk. All right, so yeah, old girl died foaming at the mouth. Yeah, she was on crack. Yeah, I mean, this is how I like go through it. As if you all could see the notes. This is hilarious. But anyway, let's get to this week's episode because it was a doozy. We started with the Teen Power, with the Teen Summit version of Power, where the two minor characters, Tyreek, who we all just absolutely cannot stand, and old girl with the natural, supposed to be Tasha too. They were playing chess, and they was just kind of getting into the mode of how each other thinks. And Tyreek, being the awful person that he is, the less put together character on the show, just shows all his cards. He leads with the King's Gambit, and which is a bold move in chess. I'm a chess player myself. I rarely use the King's Gambit, but some people have, and it's just an interesting. It provides an interesting insight into one's psyche when they put forward those kind of moves. And old girl just was able to eat all of that up. So and then it proved impactful as the show went on, because his gambit was to don't have the drugs, in his dorm room. No, I'm gonna put him in this big ass lab room with the old school overhead projector that we used to use in the third, fourth grade to show the inside of frogs and shit. So and I'm starting to think Tariq is deaf or something, man, because there's no way that he didn't hear her in that room at the same time, unless she's sleeping in there. I don't know, like you just not gonna like hear this chick in the damn room while you sneaking drugs out the ceiling. That was hella weird to me. So we got a glimpse at Ramona Garrity and Tate Lorenz and Ghost. I think that Tate Lorenz, I mean not Tate Lorenz, Ramona Garrity is only so long before she give him some draws. It's building up on they are slow simmering this sex scene. They just allowing it to build up because if you notice, like Ghost ain't had none since Angela gone, so he gonna have to get it from somewhere. He ain't gonna get it from Tasha because her vaginal exploits are known throughout the community. So he's gonna have to get it from Ramona, and right now they have their sex scene like on a slow simmer. They're allowing just that little bottom side to cook just a little bit while they add some more flavoring in the skillet. And we'll know when that sex scene is coming because we'll pay attention to the beginning and we'll see adult language, adult content, strong sexual content, and nudity. And they'll be like, oh snap, dinner ready. And I guarantee it's going to be Ramona and Ghost fucking in the club, cause don't nobody go to the club no more. Like don't nobody want to go to this club. Niggas done got killed in there, drugs done been, niggas done overdosed in this bitch. Ain't no staff, ain't no employees. All of them like drug dealers. Some they've been locked up on a RICO case. I mean like nobody, nothing. There's no other reason to use truth than for the sex scene. So I predict it's gonna come from there. And then like Ghost gonna like smash like on top of the safe and the door gonna open up and then she gonna find like a murder weapon or something and then like I don't know, it's gonna be like something dumb like that and then they gonna play the little music in the background like Family Matters and just bring that up and then they gonna have a Eddie moment. But so you got that going on, and then, but I mean, mostly though, Ramona understands that Tate Lorenz campaign it ain't shit without Ghost. Like you gotta have something, some kind of spicy flavor, and it ain't no spice. Like he's just a boring ass nigga that they just got out there trying just because he black and from the community that he supposed to win the governorship. But you know, we're gonna see how that play out. So the other thing I wanted to kind of talk to y'all about was I definitely want to touch on Saks Fifth Avenue, but I want to talk about how J-Lo too, you know, they always give her this funeral makeup. Like her makeup is like hella trash. Like she looked like she died 3 Wednesdays ago, and she's just walking around as another ghost on the show. You got Ghost Angela, and then you got Ghost J-Lo, who's still investigating, you know, ghosts. And so she comes into the shot, and she's barely opening her mouth when she talks. So it's very frustrating watching her play this role. And she be like pissed off. And I was like, if you would just open up your mouth just a little more, you could get all your words out and we can understand your motives and your character development a little more. But only thing we're able to really see is like this Betty White, colonial white man makeup that they give you, and like you died 3 Wednesdays ago. You need to holler at 50 Cent about that. All right. So moving on. Uh, so on the flip side, Dre has gotten pale. They always make Dre pale when they show his face. It was so weird for them to show Dre being having the confrontation with Saks Fifth Avenue, and they just randomly got his daughter in the back seat. I was like, who does that? Like, where's his daughter? Who has custody of her? And like, why they just hold the baby up like she Simba or something, and then press her against the window? And I mean, of course she gonna cry. I feel like she is with ICE or something. Like ICE got it. Like they about to take her to an ICE detention center. And then if you look at the first scene when they showed her in the window, it was nobody in the driver's seat. So it made me think that Saks had hopped out that car and came over to Drake. But then, like, when the scene ends, Saks goes to a whole nother side of the street, and like Dre just sitting there with the pale face, and he ain't going nowhere. Like, it's weird. Like, that was another one of those little nitpicks that I see on the show. But let's jump on Saks Fifth Avenue right now. Saks Fifth Avenue is racist. The motherfucker is racist as fuck. You got all this shit going on. You got all the evidence pointing to Tommy, and he like, nah, fuck that. I ain't finna take down no white guy. I gotta take down Ghost. Regardless. He's the shooter. Fucking Proctor, Turtle Proctor was getting ready to snitch on Tommy. Like, he turned full snitch just to cooperate with Saks' crazy ass. And Saks was like, nah, fuck that. I need some shit on Ghost. The motherfucker's racist. That was a subtle way to introduce racism into this show. I don't like it, but I mean, it just kind of shows you what America is, man. Like, racist as fuck. Oh man, I was not feeling that. I like how Tariq switched the pills, and then the other dude, speaking of keeping this whole funeral theme going, the other dude that rolled up on the Italian guys, they look like they are at a funeral parlor. They didn't really figure it out until the end of the episode that Tariq had switched the pills out. So we're gonna see next week. It would have been funny if next week, if really this week, if both Tommy and Ghost would have been like, you could keep him. I mean, fuck him. Just let him die. Because that's what the audience wants. I don't think at this point, like, there's really no point in keeping Tariq alive other than to set up the Teen Power show. And so, I mean, you just never know what's going to come next. Another thing. Who is this mystery person that old girl with the natural is texting? What if it's Kanan? We gotta like really kind of think about, because I made the prediction a couple weeks ago that it was Ray Ray or somebody connected, that she was like Ray Ray's sister connected or connected to somebody in his family, just some way, somehow, some way still connected to him. Wait a minute, I just thought about something. It could be Anika Noni Rose, who she texting. That's who she texting, y'all. Watch that be who it is. It's somebody around that whole scene. And remember, Anika Noni Rose went back to being on the force, and now Ray Ray and 50 Cent dead. So maybe this her sister. That's breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. I just put that together. I don't know if anyone else has, but we're going to see on Sunday. I guarantee it's right. One of these predictions I'm throwing out is right. Because this is not a hard show to figure out. That's why I don't understand. Somebody jump in, like, people be in the comments like way too serious and forget that this show is something for us to sit back and laugh at. And they look at it as if, like this show has the seriousness of Game of Thrones. Like, nah, bruh. Like, this shit is wild left field, son. So what we gonna do? We gonna report on this crazy ass show from left field. So with that being said, y'all, watch Anika Noni Rose come back on and introduce herself as Officer Anika Noni Rose. This shit gonna be hilarious. I hope that that the next person to die is Sax. Like, I think I want Sax to die a little bit more than Tariq. I don't hate Tariq as much, but like the fact that he got everybody in a predicament and like nobody gives a fuck about this guy, other than the fact. I mean, well, I'm sorry, everybody gives a fuck about him, but like the audience don't. Like, we been over him after Raina died, and now I mean, even you think about Raina dying, Ghost didn't even have like no flashbacks to when Raina was alive. It was when Angie was alive. And so that just goes to show you how truly inconsequential the kids are to this show, including the newborn who is now like 19 years old, playing a 5-year-old, just hiding out in the daycare. I mean, speaking of the daycare, I like how they just randomly introduced this new character, Zig, at the daycare, shaking Tasha down for money. When they introduce those characters like that, you know they about to die. So they just kind of throw them in there because there's no time to develop the character. Like, you tried to give them some motivation by adding in the sound design and then like giving them a hoodie like I got on right now. This is official Ghost power wear. You got to have a black hoodie with the chain dangling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all everybody wear because it got to be cold. There are no summers, there are no springs, there are no falls in power. It's all hella winters. But speaking of the daycare, is that, and then Tyreek cracked on Ghost's outfit. Ghost had a whole dad outfit that he bought from Belk or Lloyd Taylor or one of those stores that you just kind of see in one of the failing malls across the country, and he rocked that bitch. But Tyreek cracked on his outfit. It made no sense, man. Like, just that whole little sequence in which Proctor died. It was, you wanted Proctor to live, but you just knew he was gonna die. Tommy came in with like all the gun that everybody trying to get banned on the news. Like, shit had a bump stock, it had the bird shot and the buck shot. I mean, it had all the shots. It had a Steph Curry from the free throw line shot. He shot up the whole apartment just to kill my boy, man. Kill Proctor. Proctor, I wonder if he could have lived had he not tried to find his daughter. And then I don't understand how you go live with Ghost and you don't really know Ghost. But then what you do know about him, you know enough about him to not allow your daughter to be left alone in his house. So I hated to see him, A, bring her in the environment, and then B, get killed. I mean, damn, he took him out. Tommy was not playing. Tommy had the Tommy gun, a modified version, and just went ham. So, I mean, I gotta take a sip on Proctor dying. A lot of the show had, like, it kind of had some lazy writing in a way. You could see like a lot of stuff coming. Like, they didn't really give a lot of character to the witness. They just kind of let the witness just kind of flounder out there, and then Sax just left her there to die, basically. I mean, didn't nobody like really watch the door Tommy was able to just slide into the apartment. They knowing that they after her, knowing that Ghost came in to visit, like knowing all this stuff, she should have been moved. You know, Donovan then got murdered. Like, I mean, like where's the heightened sense of awareness for the moment? Like everybody just kind of acting like everything is like sweet, and it ain't sweet. Like it's power, y'all. You got then there's Lala. Lala comes in and she has these earrings on that's bigger than her whole face. She is a trap queen that's about to get caught in a really big trap. And I just wonder how is she gonna die? Like they kept teasing Holly. You know, Tommy's in a place where he is full of bloodlust. So I could easily see her getting killed or getting caught in the line of fire. But I could easily see Saks Fifth Avenue coming in and trying to get her to tell on Ghost instead of Tommy, because Tommy's white, and sending them off into the sunset on some I don't know, like that's gonna be wild, y'all. So I tried to touch on everything. So y'all, it's just a good show, wild show. It's not the best show, but it's what we got. It's definitely not a complex show, so don't take it too serious. Just be able to laugh in the moment a little bit. And y'all, it's the one and only Be Stuck. Stay woke, cause what we got to say ain't no joke. Power Lord, we out here, and I hope that Saks die.